Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you some more ASL qualifier casts. Right now, we are in round one of the day 2 qualifier with Scan going up against Dewalt. This is game number 2. If you missed game number 1, I definitely suggest you go check that out. Kind of an interesting one. I think Dewalt played very well, but was outclassed by Scan there, especially after the early damage Scan dealt. Now, if Scan doesn't get that early type of damage, what is a game going to look like? Not entirely sure. We're here on Polypoid, a very, standard map, like the most standard played balanced map overall that we have right now. Scan in the top right with Dewalt in the bottom right. And yeah, now we just kind of wait and see, and what do these guys want to go for? Previously on Vermeer, we saw that Dewalt went like the 2 pylon Zealot into slightly later Dragoon. No ranged Nexus, right? And it's a solid build. It's a good build. It's pretty safe. You have potential for maybe a little bit of harassment, a little bit of pressure early on, but you get that Nexus up pretty quickly, and you're feeling pretty good. Now, the Vermeer is pretty big, so I was kind of hoping that he would go for like a Nexus first there, but it actually looks like that's what he's going to be doing here, right? We don't have a gateway being made, so. Polypoid is like slightly smaller, close spawns you can definitely bust, but this is actually making me excited because Scan has recently been showing a non-Nexus bust counter to Nexus first, where he instead is making 2 vultures before add-on, sending them across the map and focusing down probes. Now, I don't know if this is something that sometimes things become trendy for a little bit. Sometimes things become the new meta. Sometimes you'll have a player that just really likes to do something, is very comfortable with it. So I really don't have any big, strong opinions, but it takes a lot of risk out of playing against Nexus first, right? Because one thing you have to remember is when a Protoss goes Nexus first, if you pull SCVs, Marines, and Vultures, and you try to bust and you don't kill the Nexus, you lose 100% of the time. The game is over. And that's like at pro level, that's at lower level, that's everywhere. So yeah, I'm just kind of interested to see if maybe Scan's approach will pay off. Will it be something that becomes normal? Now let's just take a look. Okay, he skips an SCV here to make another Marine, so he's going to be going for the bust. There would be no other reason to do that. So the thing I was kind of excited about. Let's see. I'm almost 100% sure, because see how he's like delaying an SCV? You definitely don't need to do this if you're not going to be continuously making Marines. So there it is. There's a 3rd Marine. So we should see an SCV pull. This is only 1 gateway. So Dewalt. Oh, this is what we wanted to see. Oh my God, I'm excited about this. This could turn out to be extremely good for Dewalt. Now, Scan goes back and he sees the Forge. I got nerd chills right now. So basically, this is something that's evolving right now, where you go for the Forge after, like, Dewalt did it just right. The SCV left, and he put the Forge down. He already had this forward pylon, so Scan might have already been reading into this as well. Just throw that out there. Oh my God, a 2nd factory? What in the hell am I looking at? This is crazy. I've never seen anything like this. But again, this is a brand new thing that we're seeing, where they're skipping getting any tech and just going for a cannon to make sure that you cannot, in fact, go for a bunker rush. Cannons absolutely massacre everything Terran has until siege mode. So you just can't attack at that point. Now, this probe ran up and saw the 2 factory. This is insane. Like, everything that's happening right now is completely insane. All stuff that we haven't really seen before, but these are some of the back and forths that we should be expecting as the metagame really shifts around. Like, for instance, if you're going for a cannon to stop a Terran that's already made all these Marines, why wouldn't they go 2-fact? That makes sense to me, right? Like, that's kind of cool. The cannons obviously slow everything down. He sets up a 2nd cannon here. Now, we don't have siege mode on the way, but we do have tank vulture. This is enough to power down a cannon, for sure. Now, the 2 zealots going off to the side. Like, I mean, I guess you could counterattack this, but this doesn't require any micro, so you're not really taxing the multitasking as much. I actually really prefer the Zealots to be down here to give support to the cannons. Now, let's see how this goes. Okay, We just heard the death of the SCV. The two Zealots are going to run past, and Scan's going to go ahead and micro against them, right? So he's going to wait here for a moment. Ooh, that goon takes a bit of damage, loses his shields. And Scan just wants to clean this as cleanly as he can. These couple little dudes. Oh, he is getting siege. Dude, I'm nerding out right now because this is just not something that I've seen before. What an interesting counter to those cannons that have gone up. Okay, so Dewalt now making 3 cannons, and they're spread so that Siege Splash will not hit 2 at the same time. Very, very important. He needs to slow this as much as possible. Now, goons are starting to pop out 3 at a time. He's got 2 here. He's got 1 here and a Zealot that can come in for a flank, but this is a very scary push. I think Dewalt might have to give up the base. Another pylon going down to try to help support this cannon, but the cannon's being targeted so quickly, he just cancels it anyways. So that pylon not really going to be all that helpful. SCV's coming down. Looks like a little counterattack here once again. Okay, Vulture's getting in, and, well, the Dragoons will block the Vultures from harassing. And this little counterattack, like, Dewalt has some good ideas here on how to hold. Look at this. He's just trying to pick off all these units on the fringe of Scan's army. But it looks like his couple units here are going to be killed off by Scan's reinforcements. Right, mines are ready here as well. A bunker is going up. Ooh, a little bit sloppy there. He does pick off the Dragoon, which is good. And now with that little counterattacking force cleared out, Scan finally can take these units and reinforce. And basically when those units get down here, the Nexus is gone. You're not going to be able to break that with just Dragoons. Like, maybe with 7 Dragoons, you could... No, not quite break this. 10? Absolutely. But yeah, as the rest of these units come down, the number gets higher and higher and higher that you need to actually break through. So Dewalt's going to be in some trouble. He's remaking his pylons. He knows he's going to lose everything down here. He's mining as much as he can. The siege tank's getting some serious damage done here. Oh, God. Walks into the mines there. He just lost all his goons. That has to be game. GG. Scan takes down Dewalt.